This video
It's
is sponsored by the
40
Design Mechanism, the makers of Mythras. Mythras is a registered trademark of the Design Mechanism Inc., used with permission.
There's 500 extra powers,
All
that's all
rights
good.
reserved.
Oh yeah, true.
You can burn through 40 real quick that way. Actually, just 2 powers.
I was being quiet as the trademark one went off. Yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome in. They're all in the wrong place, so I will quickly move them around. If you're new here today, this is a perfect time for you to be here because we are starting a brand new adventure, and the party had experience rolls to spend. So what we'll do after the introductions, we will do that first. Then we'll recap on the adventure, and then we'll start off the new one, and then that will be a fantastic start. So yeah, let's do player and character introductions first. And if you wish to talk about any new things that you're taking, you can do, but we'll start with you, Mr. Pickles.
I am Mr. Pickles, and I play the Rabbit, aka Lily Alex, though she doesn't really go by her real name because she hasn't needed to. She is sort of a scrappy character. She goes fast in everything she can do, and that's why she got in with some criminal underground when she initially came to the city from the rural countryside. She did some street brawling, kind of like underground fights to get some money, but things kind of dry up when you go so fast that nobody can even hit you. And when they can hit you, you just start regenerating, which we didn't get to see last adventure. I took some damage, and I would have recovered that bruise instantly. Well, at the end of the combat round.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Rabbit. Everything she does is fast, so she doesn't like to be held back or prevented from going fast. In fact, that's one of her things, is she struggles if she can't go fast. She also has to eat a lot, otherwise she'll die. So she's often seen with food and snacks and eating all kinds of things. She hits fast, and that's the Rabbit. I'll pass it on to her comrade, who's a little bit higher class than she is, played by Medivac.
Why, thank you. I'm sorry, I had to move my mouse. It's like, it's right over there. I'm Eddie Back, and I play Sophia Sampson. She by day is a lawyer, a criminal lawyer, with her own little team and a little floor in the building. But by night time, or whenever she's needed, she is Misty. She's a super-powered water controlling, or should I say, moisture controlling demigod. She can fly, she can project water from her hands, well, from pretty much anywhere. That sounds wrong. She levitates with the power of using the water to keep her up in the air and solidifying the molecules of water if she wants to stay still, just to keep her there. She can make things out of water. She can also create a construct, a golem, as it were, made out of water, again, which is great for bashing things. Yeah, she has a lot of money too, and a lovely house in the Hamptons. Well, yeah, and yeah, she's kind of like the money lady, the face, and yeah, she keeps Rabbit in food. And she's also trying to stop Banner from giving her identity away.
Yeah.
With that, I shall pass on to Captain Kangaroo.
Everyone, I am Captain Kangaroo. I'm playing Banner. He is the bruiser of the group. He is the righteous muscle. He's the guy that takes down the gains and beats their femurs until he fills hospitals full of low crime gains members and stuff. Is pretty much just there just to cause a lot of damage and make things easier for everyone else, so that they can do their little, I don't know, a medevac squirts them and then Rabbit tickles them. So yes. But you know, it's fun, and it's like for once being the muscle of the group, because I'm usually either just the smart aleck in the back, you know, either shooting or burning people. So from there, I'm going to pass the microphone to our GM in Wills.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so we are going to do experience rolls first. So I think you've got 10. I think that's what we decided on. Last time we were talking about improving characteristics, and I had a look into this, if you remember, and you need to spend the number of experience rolls equal to the new characteristic value. So if you were going up to 14, you would have to use 14 skill improvement rolls.
Would that be every time?
Yeah, well, do you know, it's interesting. I am just checking whether or not normally people do not improve beyond their peak. The in-game can't be increased more than 2 or 3 points. It just says once she has enough experience rolls banked, she spends 13 of them to permanently increase her strength to 13.
That we know then because it's permanently, isn't it?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I will check it. It says optional advancing characteristic. So, but I'm quite happy to have it if we want it. That's not a problem. It'll be different to Mithras though, because in the normal rules, I do know it's every time. So, brilliant. So characteristics to increase a skill. Remember, it's just one experience roll, and that's it. And then that will do the usual 1d4 plus 1. You can increase or decrease your passion, and that will be the same roll. So it'll be your normal roll plus your intelligence, and then 1d4. You can learn a new professional skill for 3 experience rolls. You can increase your personal allotment. So that's the amount of money that you can, and gear and equipment you can call on. And that again is 1 experience rolls. If you've got if you got less than 6, you could get a new core power, but remember the epic level that we're at the moment, the maximum number of core powers you can have are 6, so you can't go above that. If you do want to do that, that'd be 15 experience rolls, so you'll be saving a whole load for next time. And you can learn a boost for 5, and you can remove a limit for 5 experience rolls as well. But if you do, I'll frown on you very sternly because I think it's not. I like those negative rolls. So, yeah, Mr. Pickles, let's go straight to you. You've got 10 experience rolls to use up. What would you like to do?
I'm getting rid of both of my limits. Just kidding. Just kidding. No. I'm going to do something that might make you hate me even more. I would like to buy a boost associated with Lucky. It's called Bad Penny, and it makes it so that I can spend a luck point to downgrade the success of a target that I can see by 1 level. So critical success would become a normal success becomes a failure, and a failure becomes a fumble.
So that's really good for differential rolls as well, won't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially for combat, I think. If you attack and miss, I can spend a luck point to make you fumble, and then I could do my defensive parry and have a fun time.
Exactly. That's really nice. How many power rolls does it? Is it power rolls that power points that you use to do it?
No, with Lucky, it's actually a bit different because all of the other boosts usually are static or they use power points, but with Lucky, it's all based on your luck points.
Right. So you can use your luck points to do that boost whenever.
Yes.
Nice.
But I can't use power points.
Okay. At this point, I think it's a good opportunity to say that we've been playing a rule wrong right the way from the beginning. And I don't know why we've played it wrong, and I've often wondered. I kept thinking it doesn't fit how we play it. But so evade, we actually have been playing with a differential roll. You know, so if I hit you and you get you succeed at the same level, you haven't taken any damage or anything like that. So if you've got a crit, then you automatically evade. Anyway, it's not a differential roll. It's actually an opposed roll. So it actually, so if I got 24 on my to hit roll and you evaded with a 36, then you have ignored all the damage and rolled away. And that's it. Now, it still takes an action point and you still remained prone, but you might not have noticed that we weren't playing like that. But I suddenly thought, oh, we haven't played it like that. But it states quite clearly it's an opposed roll. You can get a crit. You can get a special, though. So if I succeeded on a standard and you evaded and got a crit, then you would have a defensive special that you can actually use. So that's that.
Oh.
Yeah. So, and you'll see it in action today, because there's something that I had to verify. So that takes you down to, how many do you have?
5.
5. And what you're going to do
Let's
with
see.
your final 5?
I'm gonna buy skills.
Okay. Then.
Let's see. So first, I want to do athletics twice. My
Okay, then.
athletics is a 67, and I think that should be higher.
So
68.
68. Oh, don't forget to add fumbles, people, if you had any.
I don't think I had any fumbles. I did not. All right, and here's the next one for athletics, going for 68 as my target. Yay!
93. Yeah, that's good.
It's D4 plus 1 still
Yeah,
in the system.
1d4
right?
plus
Okay.
1. Nice. Maximum amount.
I'm up to 73 there. Okay, so that's 2 athletics. I want to do 1 acrobatics. It's at a 52 right now.
Okay.
Rolling the dice. Why is it just saying rolling the dice?
Still rolling the dice.
I'm gonna roll it again. That did nothing.
I see you roll and
Oh,
Okay, there we go.
there you go. 68, 86. That'll do. That'll be 1d4 plus 1, won't it?
Yes. 4, bringing me up to 56.
Nice.
And I, of course, okay. That was my second roll, I guess.
No, this will. What's the next skill you put?
The
You got.
final 2 I want to do is 2 points into evade.
Okay, then. So 2 points.
Evade is a 72 right now. Just roll. There we go.
That's nice. Oh,
Very nice.
Rabbit's using up all your 5s, people.
All right. So against a 77, here's my okay.
No,
It's a 78.
78.
And that is all my points.
Brilliant. Done and dusted. Misty, what would you like to do?
okay, mine's quite straightforward. I'm going to do blast, evade, willpower, secret identity, perception, and influence.
Oh, yes.
So,
Nice. So what's the first one?
Water blast, which is a 52 at the moment. I'm putting 3 into that.
Nice.
So you want a D
100 plus your
100.
intelligence.
plus intelligence. Oh, stop it. Why can't I do things properly? Hang on, let me do that again. Well, that's going to be...
That's going to be higher in any case, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So that's 1d4 plus 1.
just get my intelligence into this bracket anyway. And you want a 1d4 plus 1. A 4.
Oh, 4. That's not bad.
So I'm just going to put to 56. Okay, next one.
So this is another 2 with this, isn't it? Is that what you said?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're 56.
Okay, so 1d plus 1d100 plus 15.
So that would go up
that's
to,
just a 1.
so that would be
so
57.
57.
Yep.
Yep.
And another one.
Oh, 83.
Ooh.
Yay. Go team.
Yeah. I think you're
Oh,
going
with
to
a
get.
5 as
Oh,
well.
yes.
Yes, thank you for not using all the fives.
Yes.
So that'll take it up to 62.
Nice.
So my next one is Evade, which is 42 at the moment. And
Oh,
I'm going to do 3 on that as well.
yeah. It sounds a good idea.
Yeah, maybe not. So it's now 43.
43.
Yay.
Oh, that was nice.
Oh,
Oh,
45.
45.
And the last one. Oh, 105,
Nice.
that's nice. Let's hope this is as good.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
Yeah.
49.
That's cool.
So willpower.
Will.
That's Will. He's a plower. Is 92.
I was
so
going to say it's 92, isn't it?
it's gonna be a hard one. Oh no, so it's now 93.
93.
So secret identity is 81. It's now 82.
82.
Perception's 51. Oh, hello.
Oh,
It's now 53.
53.
Do you ever feel like it's like bingo calling?
Yeah. Yeah, somebody say house in the end.
That was my influence, which is 60, so it's now 61.
61. Brilliant.
And that is me done.
That's done. Over to Mr. Banner. What would you like to do?
Actually, Banner's going to change up some things or an idea than what he had before. He's good. Is there a limit to how many boosts he can have?
Yes.
All right. What would the limit be?
Me just zip back because it's in the character generation part. Choosing your powers. Epic. So no, there's a maximum number of limits, but there's no maximum on boost, so you can have as many as you wish.
Well, I'm going to get another boost. I think this boost is going to be pretty fun. At least,
do you know? I always worried when people say that. I know
it's just gonna be fun for just the
fun
visual.
For who?
Oh, me, absolutely, and hopefully the audience. I'm gonna get the boost Clobber. Clobber, a hero can send their foes flying.
Yeah.
The hero spends 2 power points after a successful unarmed or melee strike with a bludgeon weapon, such as my shield, to triple the effective damage value for the purpose of determining knockback and the bash special effect.
Yeah, exactly. That's nice. So is that in your enhanced strength?
Yes.
Then? Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm going to get that. Get people flying just for comedic sake.
No, I think because you've done it.
I've done it a few times. Yeah.
So it'd be brilliant. That.
If it's triple if I do magically essentially 20 damage, that's 60 meters.
It'll be fantastic. They'll be knocked left, right, and center.
Yeah, it'd be good for crowd control too.
Yeah.
And then from there I got 5
left.
Yeah. First one's gonna be insight because my insight's quite low. But I think that's fitting because I don't think Ban's very insightful.
No.
So let me get boost that out. Where's my? Let me do this. Okay, so my insight currently is. Where are you? 29.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 1d100 plus your intelligence.
Where's my intelligence? My intelligence is a 9, which also fitting.
Or dice roll.
Plus 9. Sorry. 9.
Oh yes, 1d4 plus 1.
Nice.
That's almost your max, isn't it?
Oh yeah, that was perfect. I wish I saved that for anything that was higher than 29. But, it was 1d4 plus 1, right?
Yeah, 1d4 plus 1.
Oh. Ooh, all
Oh,
right.
5. Nice.
All right, that beats Breeze of 34. The next one is going to be bring up my brawn a bit, see if I can do that.
Nice. What is it
Let's see.
currently?
My current brawn is 71.
Okay. Oh, another 100 would do it nicely. The dice rolls are slow today. I'm sat here in anticipation of it.
Yeah.
There.
Okay, there we go. Oh, no.
What was it to
My
start
internet
off
just
with?
went completely. It was 71. So
Right.
no.
So it's now 72.
All right. The next one would be evade. My current evade is pretty crappy at 52.
Right. So higher than 52 or higher would be nice.
Come on. Nope.
No.
There's +1 on there.
Yeah.
Second to last is perception. Perception currently is 29. Also not great.
You're getting all the poor rolls.
That's terrible. And then my last one, just to puff it out of the night, acrobatics.
Nice.
Acrobatics is currently at 28.
28.
There we go.
Nice. 1d4 plus 1. Come on, a nice 5 would be nice. 4, you can have a 4. 4's good. 4.
All right, perfect.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Okay, so that should be everyone done. So we're going to, the next thing I'm going to do is give you the Network 7 update, and then I'll talk about the beginning of the adventure. So this is Network 7 update number 3. Sorry to interrupt, Margot, but we have a very important news item. It appears that the villain called Agony has escaped from police custody. Let's go straight over to Mike. Mike, are you there at the scene of the breakout? Mike, can you hear us? What is happening? Welcome to the scene of destruction. Agony, the monster that was apprehended by the fearsome 3, has escaped from the police. Lead scientists are suggesting that he had some sort of regenerative power that allowed him not only to heal his wounds, but also to burn through the sedative that was pumped into him to keep him, well, unconscious. We are not sure of his whereabouts at the moment, but police are recommending that we all stay safely out of his way until the beast is apprehended again. If anyone sees a 3-meter tall human with bone erupting from his body as spikes, then the police are suggesting that you do not approach him, do not call him any names, and phone the police immediately. Back to the studio. A very scary report there from Mike. Let's hope Agony can be returned to his cell as soon as possible so we can all sleep better at night. In other news, the Gossamer nightclub has hailed the heroes who saved the majority of the club. They have extended a life membership for all the heroes involved, as long as they are prepared to do 3 meet and greet the heroes every month. And the guard that tried bravely to fight against Agony the Beast is still recovering in Metro District Hospital. Another couple of days and he might be out bouncing people once again. And finally tonight, The reality video show, Marry Me, Marry My Dog, has sadly been terminated from broadcasting after one of the contestants actually did marry the dog. The vicar said this was probably the strangest marriage he had ever performed. Here at Network 7, we are completely open-minded and we wish them both the best of luck and happy marriage. Have a good day, everyone, and remember, the rabbit is fast, but not as quick as mega deal deliveries. And hence leaves the first.
Did you get paid for that advert?
Well, there's some questions that you need to decide upon, which are relative to your characters. So the first thing I would like you to do is I would like you all to roll your secret roll. Okay, so you should have a secret roll. This is to determine if anything's been slipped out through the last adventure, etc. You can use your luck roll on it if you wish. Sophie going straight in there, getting it really... Please that you put, well, it was quite high in any case. Rabbit, do you want to, Banner, a critical roll, nobody knows John Morgan. Rabbit, are you looking it or leaving it?
I'm going to leave it because Rabbit is sloppy like that. And she talked to a reporter, Margot, last
yes,
time,
she
so
did.
People might be looking into things.
Excellent. So next thing, I would like you all to roll a 1d4.
Yeah.
Okay, so your reputation has gone up by 2% plus that roll. So Misty and Banner, you've got the full amount of 6 points. How do you think your characters have earned that high reputation from the last adventure?
Well, Misty quite, because of her control on top of the roof, when Stone was going to jump, she was able to control the police and the onlookers.
Yeah, the ambulance
to
and
control the situation.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. So I do think his reputation of being a good hero.
Yeah,
has come forward.
Very nice. And what about Banner?
Banner's probably just really badass, and the kids love to see him on TV. He's, there just to smash a lot of faces in, and he's also been going around successfully intimidating people in the people in the lower parts of the city, essentially. I'm thinking since he's been like only back-to-back intimidation successes, I think he's proven himself to be a pretty big force within the criminal underground.
Nice. And Rabbit, you didn't quite make the best reputation. Why do you think that is?
Because my allies are much, much flashier than me. I mean, people are going to look at the one who's flying in the sky shooting water. People are going to look at the one who's like smashing people around. But I go so fast that I have to actually try to get up to this lesser level. I had to try and talk to the reporter-ish, and otherwise I think Rabbit can become borderline invisible. She starts talking really quickly and people are like, okay, anyways, big muscle man, you had something to say? That kind of thing.
Got ya. So,
maybe she should wear pigtails, like little rabbit ears, and I feel like that might make people
taking fashion advice.
A little ponytail, and then work at big
one
mansion.
ponytail, and it flips around when I run.
I think that's about right for Rabbit though, because you do move so fast that people wouldn't see you.
Yeah. Faster than a
actually,
speeding bullet.
I move faster now. I should have noted, because my enhanced reactions gives me a boost to initiative based on my athletics score.
Yes, it does.
And I just went up another level, so I have a +1 on top of my
So one of these days,
run.
one of these days, Rabbit is actually going to finish the adventure before Banner and Misty have just started it. Okay.
Once I have like a 100, I'll be getting a +10 initiative bonus to my normal initiative.
Nice.
Jesus. So
I could get something pretty high.
Yeah. But that's good. That
Crazy.
really fits in.
Good.
Yeah. But you are very fragile, Rabbit.
Yes, and I don't do a lot of damage. I'm mostly specials at this point.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to give you the introduction to the adventure. There are going to be certain parts that will mention your character, and there is an offer available for you. And it's up to you at this point to decide either, yes, I'm going to do it, or no, I'm not going to do it. Okay, you can have as long as you want to think about it, but not the whole night. So Metro appears to be happy with your recent exploits, and generally the town appears to have accepted you. Some people have started to recognize the more familiar of you, and Banner's pizza delivery service, done by John Morgan, of course, has had a 20% increase in their request for pizzas. Banner, your manager, has approached you to see if you would be willing to provide a free selfie with every delivery. Banner to decide.
Yeah, that makes sense to me. Why not? I don't care.
Your manager's super excited because he's now going to increase the prices up to 30% rather than the standard 20.
Does that mean I get higher like base pay?
No.
No.
But you get to meet a lot. You get to intimidate a lot more people.
Right.
You know, when you deliver.
Fantastic.
Sophia, you've had several emails from Jack Stone offering you new offices and to join his own legal team within his own building. He states that there will be several changes to her legal approach, but is willing to pay you considerably more if you leave your own current practice and join his. That increased pay would be reflected in allotments. Player to decide.
That sounds really good, but hell no. He's a sleaze bag. He really is.
So that's a.
Does he want me to wear like a short pencil skirt and just bend over to pick up things a lot? Oh my God.
Are you going to ghost him or just reply politely to him?
I'm going to reply politely. I'll keep purely professional, reply politely, don't burn your bridges. And say thank you very much for the offer. But I think we're doing rather well here, righting the wrongs that we need to right. And my staff do rely on me to keep them well paid.
He replies expressing his sincere disappointment and tells you to have as long as you want to reconsider if needed.
Yeah,
and Rabbit.
Thank you very much.
And Rabbit, you have had several people contacting you to take on the role of the new lead model to sell trainers and sports gear. Their slogan would make you as fast as Rabbit. Seems to be the current idea. So the slogan will be, these trainers will make you as fast as Rabbit. They are promising a considerable amount of money if, Rabbit, you agree to be their model and allowing them to use your intellectual property, your name, and to say, yeah, you'll probably also get free trainers, Under Armour, Lycra outfits, sports bra. You know, you're going to get the lot. How do you feel about will make you as fast as Rabbit?
Well, she's probably more interested in the money and the free shoes and all that stuff, and potentially all that, because she's very impoverished and she's desperate to get a little bit more in life. So yes, she's definitely going to go for it.
Okay, so contracts are signed, and all your decisions that you've just made will play important roles in the either in this adventure or the future adventures. So be warned. Be happy. Be happy. Okay, you have as a party several leads to consider. Where is Agony? Where's he gone? But perhaps more importantly, what are his plans? Who or what is the coven? You started to make some investigations on that beforehand, but you're still a little bit in the dark. Is there any more of the enhancing drug available within Metro? Was the armored car the last of it, or is there a secret stash somewhere that is going to make an appearance later on? And one night you are at Misty's accommodation at a house, and you're talking about this when a strange cop alert comes onto your mobile devices and catches your attention. It appears it's from a passerby from outside Metro's museum called the National Museum. They have reported, it's nighttime, by the way, they have reported seeing torches being flashed around on the second floor, even though the museum has been closed for some time. The report says it's not like somebody signaling out of the building or anything like that. They can see the torchlight, being scanned left, right, and center as if somebody's in there who shouldn't be in there searching. Within the report, there's also an additional part that the passerby, who doesn't give their name, said they were even more concerned because they phoned the secure line to the security guard that should be on call at the museum and who usually works the night shift, and there was no reply from him at all. So sensing that someone might be in danger and the museum might be being burgled, you decide it's time for the famous threesome to add a bit of culture to your evening. And you head off, you can tell me how in a second, you're going to head off downtown to the National Museum to decide or to see what is actually happening in there. So yeah, are you back, Mr. Pickles? Or you?
Yep. Sorry, I had to step out there, but
No, that's all. I didn't notice you stepped out, so I thought you were just going. So that was very speedy. Okay, so people, the first question is, how are you going down there? Are you going? I mean, obviously, Banner and Rabbit, you're going to go as your heroes. Misty, are you going as Sophia or Misty? And
No,
yeah,
as Misty. Yeah.
What's going to be the plan when you get there?
Well, I have a horrible sneaking suspicion this is a trap. Sorry, but I just
Dun,
we have those.
dun.
Yeah.
Well, we won't know until we get there, so maybe we should
know.
try and get there and keep the element of surprise as long as we can.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, let's head there. I think when I get there, I'm going to sort of like go. My aim is to stay out of sight and then look through the second floor or where the torches are.
Okay. So first thing, you all set off together, but Rabbit, you need to roll your have to go fast.
Well, it's my need is my limit, but Yeah, I can't resist the urge. I have to get there fast. They're going slow, so I want to try and go as quick as I can to get up onto a building or something. If I can find a way, I have my parkour. So if you want me to roll acrobatics, to like maybe
Yeah.
jump up a fire escape or something, like acrobat up onto it.
Of the building itself of the museum, or on an adjoining nearby. Yeah.
I want to have like a rooftop access area where I can kind of like look and be less visible, perhaps.
Yeah. Okay then. So roll your parkour then.
Technically that'd be acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
But,
that's
I can link.
cool. Yeah.
I'm gonna link it.
Roll your acrobatics, and we'll see you quickly. Hopefully. Ooh.
You know what? I'll give my first
Obviously,
point of luck there.
you tripped on the
No, first
crack.
point of luck. I'm flying
Tripped on the
up
crack
here.
and broke your mom's back.
So you get up onto a nearby building. The actual museum that you can see is 2 stories, and then it has a flat roof on top of it. Looking around, you can't see any of the reported torchlight when you actually arrive. Just roll me a perception check.
Oh, sure.
Oh, no, yeah, sorry, just Rabbit. He's going to be burning through this look.
When
I'll
I
go
arrive,
for a reroll.
Okay.
I'll try to land on top of the roof when I arrive.
Yeah, cool.
Don't land on me. Perception reroll. 17.
So just as you're giving everything a quick looking over, you notice that there is no vehicle parked anywhere near the museum. The museum does have a front entrance and a back entrance, but you don't see any cars or any passerby arriving. Banner, you arrive in a single bound and land on the roof with a slight ripple. You do notice that on the roof there is what appears to be the normal air conditioning vents. They're still intact, and there is a door to the roof. It doesn't look like it's been used for a long time. It's not open. And would you like to try it gently?
Yeah, I like to gently try to open it.
Okay, then. So just roll your brawn for me.
All right. Where are you? All right, here we go.
Yeah, you succeed. So you don't bull in the china shop and rip the door completely off its hinges. You sort of like give it a little bit of a shake. It's definitely locked from the inside, and from roundabout, it doesn't look like it's been open for quite a while. Misty, you approach on your cloud. Whereabouts did you said you wanted to go to the 2nd floor, I think? Are you muted?
I'm muted, sorry.
Yeah.
I wanted to come in and using the building as cover. I want to come into the 2nd floor where these lights are reported, and maybe just do a silent swing around, trying to look for torches inside.
Yeah. So just roll your perception so I know the amount of detail you actually get from it.
Oh.
Ooh.
Question: would I have been able to call and mention the things I saw, the lack of a car on the street, to you, Sophia?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Okay, I would have wanted to do that.
do you want to re-roll that, Sophia, Misty, or not?
No, I'm
No.
gonna go.
Okay, so
report the
you
dice
have a quick look round the 2nd floor. 2 things that you notice: the windows are heavily tinted, so you can't really see in. Roll your insight roll.
Well, that's made me think, if they're tinted, how did they actually see out? I will use a point of luck with that one and re-roll it.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Nice. You figure you can. They are tinted, but not completely. And you figured this is because of the relics that might be inside. So it's almost like absorbing some of the sunlight, so it doesn't damage them. There's no curtains or shutters or anything like that. And just as you're leaving and say going to join Rabbit or Banner, you do catch the sight of almost like a scanning torchlight. It's definitely on the second floor, but it might have gone into a room, and you just saw it for a moment, but there's definitely confirmation that there is that torch.
Someone inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can exchange all this information to each other. And Rabbit, are you all meeting on top with Banner? Is that the plan?
I thought we'd probably meet at Rabbit's.
Rabbit's,
a building away, isn't it?
Yeah.
Rather than on top of the building.
That's cool. So Banner, you can leap over there, not a problem.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, so you're all there together. You've reported in everything.
Yeah, there's a torch on the side, but I don't know.
That sounds like a security guard.
Yeah,
Don't security guards normally carry?
Yeah, is it just a security guard? What duties?
I once worked as a security guard back in the day. I think I was given a light bulb of some sort. I don't know if it was attached to a lantern, but I was definitely okay with light bulbs.
Well, that's good to know. It's
Insightful,
always good to know that you're experienced in things.
Yes, of course. Anything.
My worry is there's no alarms going off. There's I haven't seen any sign of a break-in, and you say there's nothing on the top.
The door upstairs is still locked.
Still locked.
Nobody's checked the front or back doors, though.
No, we haven't. No. Rabbit, do you want to quickly check the front and back doors?
Yeah, I'll go check real quick.
Yeah, and they both look like they're still firmly shut from inside. There appears to be no signs of a break-in at all from either the front or the back. Just while you're there, Rabbit, you also have a quick look. Misty, you had looked at the top second floor windows. Rabbit, you noticed the bottom windows are exactly the same, tinted out, but not completely. But there's no torchlight on the first floor at all.
I'll respond. I'll call back and like take a few steps away from the building, so I'm not just standing there. But I'll repeat that back to them. Back door, front door are both locked. No signs of break-in. Nobody's downstairs.
I don't want to break in to find out what's going on if there's nobody broken in. Because if we break in, we could be the perpetrators of a crime.
And the last thing we want to do is become the criminals we fight.
Exactly.
Were there any pictures in the cop alert? Like, did it come with like a somebody taking a phone picture or something?
Yeah, it had a picture of the front of the museum on it.
Where would that roughly be? Like, if I could try and retrace where they took the picture from?
So it's directly across from the front door. I do have a map for you, but until I know what you're actually doing, I'm not going to show it to you.
That's fair. But there's no car there now or anything.
There is no car there at all. Sorry, my screen is just bringing up the wrong. It's just taking up the Destiny rather than the Google Chrome one. Roll20.
Misty, Banner, I think this is a trap. We need to do something quick.
A trap for what?
I don't know. There's just no reason for anybody to tell us to come out here, and I feel kind of like a sitting duck. I'm coming back to you guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe
at this point, before we go any further, can one person roll a D100? This is for a team perception check. So one person will roll it, and you can tell me who would have succeeded in their perception from that roll. Okay, so it's up to you who rolls it, completely up to you.
Who has the highest perception?
Mine's
It's
quite
one
low.
roll, but we all play
Yeah.
against it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here's a D100.
Yes.
79.
79.
I failed.
The higher the better.
Everybody
I
failed?
obviously failed. Yeah.
Misty?
Yeah, no, mine's not that high.
Yeah. Okay, then. So you don't hear something that you could have heard, but you do see something. And it's quite brilliant what you see. From what appears to be the back of the second floor at your end, okay, your end of the building, you notice that through the window shine a big purple light. It's sort of like, it's quite brilliant for a moment, and then it subdues slightly, but it's still there. You also notice at the same point in time, little sparks of electricity coming out of the side of the building, going across the windows, even coming out slightly on the top. So this huge purple light, and then it's sort of like subdued a bit, but it's still there. It's still shining out of the second floor at your end, next to your building that you're on at the moment. Is there anything that you would like to do?
I think we should react at this point.
Go ahead and look.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like a typical security guard flashlight.
So
Unless he's trying out his new purple bulb.
what would you like
maybe
to do?
they're moonlighting as like a DJ or something. I don't know.
I don't think that happens in museums anymore, Banner.
Got it. Of course. I'll try the top door as well.
Maybe we should try the back door. It was locked, but maybe you know how to open locked doors, Banner, and maybe we can go in before they steal all of the ancient relics that they have in this museum.
All right. Well, I'll jump my way to the back door.
Okay, yeah. So the oh, hang on a minute. I've just moved my whole map. I didn't mean to do. The back door. You can get to the back door. It is locked. So if you want to break through it? Is that your plan?
I'm just pretty much. I'm just gonna like look both ways, make sure no one else is looking, and just like and then roll brawn check to.
Yeah.
Just hold it open.
A brawn check would be perfect. Yes, very nice. So I'm going to put you onto the map, and you'll be able to see the whole of the museum rather than putting on dynamic lighting so you can't see this and the other. The reason I'm justifying is that most museums have a plan as soon as you go in. So you could probably look at that in order to see what is happening, etc. You'll be able to see the full amount. Are you on a page now?
It's loading.
It's completely black for me.
Yeah. Can you see your character, your tokens?
No.
Okay, hang on. Let me do that first. Right, let's do this 1 second. Okay, Rabbit, can you see anything now?
I see myself and nothing more.
Okay, that's cool. We're going in the right direction. Let me go here, therefore, and do that.
That's something. Something just happened.
Yep, I see a museum.
Yeah, so you can see a museum. You're stood at the the back door, I think. It's probably the front door, but I'm not going to move you all around to the other place. So yeah, you can make your way. This is the ground floor. You can see as you go in, Banner, that there is light here, but it's like those, the emergency lights that come on when it's a bit like that. So it's not completely dark, but it is dark. If anybody has any visual enhancements or anything like that, then let me know and I can change it for you. But I don't think anybody has.
The company that I have a contract with, do they have any night vision goggles that they're working on?
So you would be able to purchase night and infrared goggles when you spend your allotments at the beginning of the adventure. So after this, if it's something that you wish to purchase, then this is something that you can either get via your own allotments or via contacts that you might have. But at the moment, you haven't got them at all.
Okay, good to know.
So the doors open. Banner gave it quite a pull. Luckily, he didn't fail the roll, so he didn't break it off the hinges. He managed to actually control his strength and just open it. It does look like it's locked. The lock is broken, and it was definitely locked from the inside. Okay, so you've got what's going to be the plan? Hopefully you can all move your tokens.
Probably just go in, walk around slowly, just do what they do in Scooby-Doo and split up until we find the guy in the mask. That's Old Man Jenkins and all that stuff.
Okay.
Let's get to the second floor first, though.
Yeah. Okay, then. So the plan would be to go straight up to the second floor. Yeah, without moving around or anything like that. So let me just grab you from this one. And I'm going to move you up. Can you see I'm pinging the stairs at the moment. Can you see that on your map?
Yes.
So you would have come through that, going up those stairs, and this is where I'm going to put you on the next map. Okay, so let me just move you across. It'll be dark as you first arrive, but don't worry about that because I'm about to make it that you can see any second now. So you should be on the map now. It should be dark.
Yes.
And now it should be light.
Yes.
Okay. So you actually get up to this first floor. So these were the doors to your right. The windows to your right is where you saw the bright light coming from. And you notice that this door here, Misty, as you come around the corner, can you see it?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. So that door is open, and beyond it is a huge, what appears to be a purple portal. Hopefully you can see it now.
Oh, yeah.
It seems to be a portal, a bit like if you're playing Minecraft, a bit like a nether portal. It's round. It's being conjured up from nothing at all. It's just like portals in the game or something like that. And you notice that the other side of it, you can see movement over the other side. And there seems to be two figures walking back towards the portal. So they were, say, here. If you hang on, I'm probably on the wrong layer for you to see that. So they were probably here. You see where I'm pinging?
Mm-hmm.
And then moving back. So you can see as this portal flickers in and out. The two hooded, robed figures. Misty, you can see that. And you also notice that they seem to be carrying something. You can't see from this distance what it is. So, yeah, if you could all tell me, Misty, I'm presuming that you are relaying this back.
Indeed. Yeah.
So I need to know before we roll initiative or anything like that. I need to know what's going to be your plan, or what is everybody doing, and then we'll see whether or not initiative needs to be rolled.
I'm thinking that if I can see enough of the floor in there, I'd like to maybe put a layer of, if possible, solid water, otherwise known as ice, on
Ice.
the floor.
Okay.
Would I be able to do that?
Your manipulation is water, isn't it?
That's right.
Yeah. So in order to do that, you would have to have a boost. I mean, you can make a boost. Yeah. But you could put water down there.
No, I want them to sort of struggle to walk.
We don't want to get the janitor fired for being really bad at his job.
Yeah.
There's just water everywhere. You didn't clean up at all?
I was a bit lost then, and then I realized you said janitor. Rather than, I would say caretaker.
Just Henry.
Oh, caretaker.
Yeah. So yeah. So not being able to conjure up ice, what's going to be your...
I'll probably just go in with a blast.
Okay, so you're going to initiate combat with a nice blast.
If they're moving stuff around, they're not supposed to be.
Yeah. Okay then. And what
Can I punch a portal?
Well, shall we go straight into combat then? Is everybody happy to do that?
Sure.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm here to punch. It's pretty much my thing.
Okay.
And you're all out of bubble gum.
So would you like to select your tokens and then roll your initiative?
I would love to.
I'm going to beat Rabbit this time. Oh!
If I roll a 1, we'll be tied. I did not.
I like to imagine Banner's distracted with like a mummy or something.
Right, just to let you know, I'm removing your
previous... Can
previous...
Banner use a point of luck to reverse that?
I'm just removing your previous ones from here with agony, and then reducing this to 1 and 1. Rabbit 31.
Meep.
Yeah, I gotta go fast.
That is super fast. So yeah, Rabbit, you're first. What would you like to do?
I would like to. I'm probably playing off of seeing Misty begin to do a water blast. I'm going to try and circle around behind them if I can, and just be on the other side. Because, I mean, there's plaques on the wall that show like the general layout, and Misty had told us that there's people on the other side, so that she might have mentioned a door. I'm going to run and try and get behind them.
Excellent. Okay, then. So you can move your movement for me.
If I spend my entire turn moving, that's my entire walk speed, right?
Yeah. And so if you use an action, rather than a quick action.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing is I'm going full move. And so I think I'll need to use my hyper speed if I want to be able to do this in time. So I'm going to throw down, give you a couple points.
Thank you.
Double my speed so I can go
so that's 3 points
meters.
Yeah.
And so then I think that should be able to make it so I can go to here, I think.
Right, straight through the portal to the other side, yeah? Or are you going
ideally going down here and then through this is a door.
Yeah.
And sprinting through the hallway and then going around here, which is why I would need to use the hyperspeed to go there and then throw open the door.
Got you. Yeah. So you set off at full speed, engage your hyperdrives and fly off. Unfortunately, something quite unexpected happens.
You had a call from your mother.
Yeah, because
I have a mother.
Doors are locked.
as you get to this point, you run at supersonic speed very, very quickly into what appears to be a force field that is erected along this room, protecting the doorway, etc. So you will take some damage from this. You can't avoid it, but armor will help you. Okay,
right.
so if you got armor on the areas, then that would be fine. And
I do have a face mask.
that makes all the difference. Okay, then.
Maybe you should consider getting a helmet though.
So this is going to hit you in your 16.
Oh, my left arm! I'm like running, and I throw my arm out, and it just slams and hits
Now,
me.
normally this would just be a 1d6 for any normal person running into this. However, because you are going at such a huge speed, your roll is going to be 2d6s.
Oh yeah!
Here it comes. 10 points of damage.
Oof. That's not good. That takes me from 5 to -5.
Okay. So you whereabouts did it hit you again? Sorry.
My left arm.
Left arm. So we are now in the realm of damage, etc.
Is that a major wound?
No. So it's a serious wound. Still,
Okay,
I think.
cool.
There isn't sort of like a major wound sort of like option, because it's not the sort of game that you want to kill. We don't want to kill people. We just want
Right.
to maim them.
Yeah.
So a serious,
Ouch.
yeah. So you sort of like run round and whack into this, and you feel that your arm just goes incredibly numb. Just roll an endurance check for me.
Actually, hold up. This probably doesn't change anything. I'll roll endurance a second. I do have 1 armor, so that'd be -4 out of 5. Technically.
Nice.
Doesn't change a lot. Here's my endurance. Ouch! I broke my arm.
Yeah, but you sort of like bash into it, and you bash down, and you think, "Oh my giddy aunt!" As you come down, and as you hit it, the force field goes vroom, and then goes back to transparent again. Just to remind you, just in case you didn't know, you can have unlimited free actions in Destined. So as long as, so it's not a case that, or if you say something in the first round, first turn, you can't say anything again. It's much more relaxed than that. So yeah, what are you going to broadcast?
My arm's broke. There's a wall.
Yeah. So Sophie, Misty, you're next.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I was already sort of, I was going to say casting, but all summoning the water to my will.
Yeah, to blast it.
And with this happening in literally milliseconds, I'm going to just fire my
Nice.
jet of water. Sorry, bear with me.
It's all right.
It's there. No, there's a bear with me.
Yeah.
Right next to him is like a stuffed bear. Just like, "Arr."
So are you using a point of luck or anything like that?
No. I'm just gonna.
So you sort of
do
like
that.
fire out, and you see Rabbit. You see this just as you bounce off and turning around. You see this huge spray of water come up and hit the force field, and sort of like almost like I imagine it splashes out. Because it's at some force, this, isn't it? You know,
That's right. It's my stun one.
so as well as getting a bit of a bad arm, Rabbit, you also get this water
Free shower.
cascading over you. Banner, Why does it say
Um,
Banneret on your token?
Because it used to be Banneret, I guess. I don't know why. That's weird.
I'll
I
change
swear
it back
everywhere else I put Banner, but yeah, for whatever reason. Banner's seen this and confused why Robert decided to take a quick lunch break. He's gonna himself run towards it there, and he's gonna see if he can punch the invisible wall.
Yeah.
Because he has no other idea how to handle his anger.
Nice. Yeah. Move your way up and yeah, do an unarmed combat. Yeah. Or you using your
I'll use my punch. I'll just like,
yeah, nice. Punch away.
let me in.
Let me in.
Oh, so near. Yeah, so you give this an almighty punch. I need to know what your damage is.
It'll be I can just do it really quick. 6 damage.
Oh, I thought it was going to be huge.
That was a really bad roll. Well,
yeah,
1d3 plus 1d110.
10,
yeah.
So you sort of like bash into it and you sense that the force field gives way somewhat. You think another big punch actually might bring it down. And Banner and Rabbit, you can see inside the portal that these two hooded and robed figures go towards the portal, and you can definitely see they seem to be holding what appears to be like a slice of pizza shape, piece of stone. That's what it looks like. And as they walk towards the portal, one of them slips it into their robe. And the other one says, just as they're coming out of before they step into the portal, they say out loud, one of them says, your service is to deal with them. And they pass into the portal, and the portal disappears. Let me just remove the portal for you. That's no longer there. And at this point, you also see the force field dissipate. You sort of like go and disappear. However, Misty, you see them first. Okay, you see these first. Across here, directly in front of you, but high up on the wall, suddenly appears, if I can get them to appears four, what appears to be little imps. They seem to, you actually see them manifest themselves, and you're not too sure. There was nothing there before, but when you heard the voices of the other two figures, you see they sort of these are like go and appear, and they're flying up there with their wings out. Banner, you also see some. Here. Nearly there.
Here is. Oh, damn.
Yeah, got them. And Rabbit, through your haze of pain, you also see some. Here they come. So when they appear, they're literally flying instantly. It looks like they've been summoned, and they appear in these areas. Misty, just to let you know, there's nothing behind you. They all seem to be in front of you. And just so you know how quick or slow they're going to operate, I am just trying to give them a roll, an initiative roll. But it's
73.
It doesn't seem to want to hit them. So let me just pop it out, and then I can do it over here. So let me just pop them on. Oops. Need to add banking to it, and this is their initiative roll. 14.
Oh, just a little bit above mine. Damn it.
Okay. So slightly up there. So I'm just reading the wounds. If the hit location is reduced to 0 hit points, but is still above the negative value of the normal hit points, which is what you're at, isn't it? -4.
Correct.
You suffer a serious wound. You need to immediately make an endurance check. If successful, which I think yours was,
Yeah.
you can fight on, but any skill check that uses that location is 1 grade higher.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if I punch with my right arm, it would still be normal.
Yes. But if you use your staff with both hands, which is what normally you would do, it would be 1 state higher. Just to let you know, if you take it to your head or your abdomen or chest, every check is done 1 step higher, 1 difficulty grade higher. Okay, so I'm taking this as the first round now. Rabbit, you are there. You're a bit bashed up, but as a true hero, you're still fighting. These are flying up at the top of the ceiling. That's where they are when they
Can you
appear.
give like how tall is the ceiling?
We're just sort of like a normal room. So how much?
Okay.
About 2 meters. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 2.5 meters tall or something like that.
Well,
Rabbit.
I'm going to save Banner's life by grabbing my extendable quarterstaff, clicking the button to make it go long, and I'm going to dash behind him and attack one of them.
Okay, so you'll have to probably use your. I tell you what you can do. I'll let you roll a parkour skill to try to get up there by bouncing off the wall.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want to do.
Yeah.
Here's my acrobatics.
Yeah.
19 of 56.
Yeah, that happens. No worries at all. So do a 2 hit roll.
And that does beat a hard.
Yeah, so you're 14. So my little imp is going to evade. Okay, so he's going to use an action point as usual, and it's going to evade. So this is an opposed roll now. So 14 out of 58 is quite low. Does that make sense?
Indeed.
Yeah. So this is his evade. Drat.
All right.
Tick in the box.
He
I
fails.
want to run into his friend.
Which means you get a crit, a special.
Ooh,
Because yours
I get a
is
regular and a crit.
standard and mine is fumble. So I need a special, a hit location and damage. I'm just marking that
special
with a tick.
Location damage. Okay. I'm thinking I want. That's tough. I'm thinking though max damage for critical and stun location for standard.
Yeah, so
Would that be possible?
you won't get you'll only get one.
Oh no, that's right. I don't get
Yeah.
a critical.
You won't get,
Stun location and choose location.
you only get one.
Oh,
One
yeah.
special.
Okay, I got confused
yeah.
with the fumble. Yeah. Okay. In that case, choose location.
Okay then. Where would you like to choose?
Can I choose the? Is the wings an option?
Yeah, so do you want to know the option you have? Okay, tail, right and left leg, abdomen, chest, right wing, right arm, left arm, head. So you've got tail, legs, wings, arms, abdomen, chest, head.
Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna go for the headshot with my choose location, so I don't need to
Okay.
roll hit die.
Yeah.
And here is the damage.
Wow,
That's the maximum I can do.
that was more than Banner's hit on the.
It was,
I'm
yeah.
bouncing off the wall, so I'm using the wall's momentum and getting confused at the same time about specials because my arm's broken.
Yeah, so you actually get up there and whack this this imp in the head. You probably come over the top and it just whacks it and it knocks it clearly unconscious, and it just sort of like falls down to the ground with a nasty, that actually took it into negative hit points, so in its head. So it's down and out at the moment. Misty, you're up.
Yeah, I was trying to work out if I could create a barrier of water, because things can't fly through water, can they? They have to swim.
You have, do you have deflect?
Well, I have creation and deflect.
Yeah, so your shield, your deflect would be exactly that. It would be like a shield of water.
My wings are like a shield of water.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm gonna open fire at. We'll start on the right hand side. And work
Okay.
in
Yeah. Nice.
clay pigeon style.
Clay pigeon, shoot away.
Is
Is this like a water blast?
this is going to be a fat stun blast. Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh.
Oh.
Do you know what? I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to use a point to look to reverse that.
Okay, so 38. Yeah. Here's my evade skill. 38. I get a 49.
You win.
And so I win. So as it comes across, it sort of like flies off. Why can I not move these? Are they on a different layer?
It's because I've glued them in place.
Yeah. I just moved the.
didn't see
Oh, it's
me.
because I'm on the wrong layer. So this, he sort of like goes down there, but he is now, of course, prone. So
As prone as a flying thing can be.
yeah. So he's grounded. That's what I'm going to say. He's actually grounded. Oh, my turn. Is it my turn?
But I just want to say, if he's grounded, that he's not allowed out before.
Yeah. Okay then. So here comes the attack. So these three here, Sophia, Misty, sorry, are flying down to attack you.
Mhm.
So one of them was taken out. He's not. That one's not attacking you. So you can, if you wish, parry these or evade them. It's totally up to you.
I am going to use. I think I can use as a free action. I'm going to spend 2 points to create a fast shield.
Yeah, nice.
Around me. So that's 2 power points. So I'll go to that. Sorry, let me just.
Comes flying up from the ground, and these imps almost like put on their brakes as quickly as they can, and they're flying around as this water shoots up from around you, encasing you. I don't think you need to do a roll for it, do you?
No, there's no roll. It
It's
just
just
says hero spends 2 power points to create a shield as a free action.
yeah.
If spent as part of defensive reaction, the hero may create a shield as part of a parry.
Oh, so therefore, you're using the shield to parry my attacks. That's what you're doing, isn't it? If it says that.
Yeah, of course, yes, yeah. Reaction after reading that.
So here we go.
So you want me to do?
Well, hang on a minute. Because you got a shield up, you need to make sure your passive blocking is up.
Right, 2 seconds. Let me just put in the chat when I'm going to be blocking. How many locations does this shield have?
Do you have a normal one, or is it?
It's a standard at the moment. I can make it larger, but I can only do that on my turn for an action.
Right.
So it's a 2.
Let's just go with 4. I don't know off the top of my head, but 4 seems to be.
Well, tower shield, fast shield. So my normal one is tower shield, which is block more attacks by spending 2 points. The hero increases the effectiveness of the size of the shield. It inflicts 1d as a weapon. Protects 4. Yeah, it protects 4 contiguous locations for passive blocking. I'm assuming that's 4 locations connected.
Correct. Yeah.
Damn them for using big words.
Yeah, you're a shield person now, like Bartleby.
Bartleby.
We'll just do this, and then we'll go for a break. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll do left leg, abdomen, chest.
Okay.
Right arm.
So what's important here now is that I'm going to do my attacks. You choose whether or not you want to parry with your shield. Okay. Each parry will take you an action.
Of course.
Or you can say, I'm not parrying them. So it'll take you no actions. I will just roll my normal. If I get my hit location on one of yours that is warded or passive, then your shield would just absorb it. And then that's it. So
we'll take it as me not parrying. I'm literally going to put my faith in the shield.
So here we go. They're striking with their devilish tails. So the first one hits. So they can't do specials, by the way, so don't worry about that. So let's actually roll that hit location straight away, shall we? So we know where it's hitting. Hitting your 17.
Oh, left arm. I've not done that one. Damn.
Okay, then.
I should have kept it all on the left, shouldn't I?
So what happens there is that you don't get your shield to it. It's not passive, so you'll take some damage. So hang on, mate. You're going to be really worried when this damage goes off. Let me just.
I'm more worried why I've got no armor points in my armor.
So you take -3 points of damage.
So I heal.
Yeah. So it whacks in. It just causes no damage at all.
I feel so much better.
Here's the second one, and that one misses, and the third one does hit, and it goes on to your 11.
11 is covered. It's chest, so I've got that covered.
So that goes off, and you are safe at the moment. Right, we're going to go for our break, and then when we come back, it's going to be you, Banner, you're going to be jumping into combat as soon as we get back. So we're going to take a 15-minute break. So we'll be back just after 1:45. So 48 minutes past. We'll be back then. So go away, grab yourself something to eat and drink and snacks, etc. And we'll be back here for the second round of this combat to see who's going to be still up. Okay? Yeah, we'll see you really soon. Wanted to make sure. Okay, we're live again, people. So, brilliant. So we're in the middle of the combat. We're coming to you, Banner, but it's not. I think it might have sounded as if I was saying it's your turn, but it's not. It's still my turn. But
Yeah.
I'm coming to you.
It's your turn to get it.
Yeah. So
Oh, good.
the four in front of you are coming down towards you. So in a sense that they're coming down like they won't all fit in the right place, but you'll get the is it shift or alt to make them go over the grids? Yeah, alt. Alt prevents them from snapping into location. Now, it's up to you, Banner, what you would like to do. Okay, so remember, anything that you almost like want to do, if you want to, will take up a PowerPoint. An action point, sorry, if you want to do things like evade or, get out the way or whatever. Just to let you know that these are not going to attack you. Sorry.
They're going to sing to me?
Yeah. Well, they're not going to attack you with their tails. They're going to try to grapple you. So they will come in. You will roll an opposed roll between my unarmed and your combat style. It's opposed. So if I win that roll, then I've grabbed onto that thing. So imagine that they're coming down and trying to attach themselves onto you to almost like weigh you down or slow you down. You do have 4 coming to you. So you can decide if one misses, then you don't have to parry unless you want to, or you can use your combat style to get a defensive special if you wish. So I'll do them one at a time. This is their unarmed, so it's not their tiny devilish strike. This is unarmed. So the first one comes in, and that will hit you.
Hit me or grapple me?
Well, it's going to grapple you.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you have a choice now. You can either say, no, just grapple me, or you can take an action point and roll your combat style, or which would be your unarmed. You do have fast shield, I think, so you can actually use up 2 power points, I think, to make your shield appear if you want to use that as a weapon, or you can just use unarmed combat. So if you get more than 20, my grapple's failed. You don't take any damage. If you get less than 20, I would then grab hold of a certain part of your body. So what would you like to do with it?
But for the grapple, would I take damage, though? That's where I'm confused on. If they're just trying to hold me down.
No. So what happens is that, for example, if I grapple onto your arm, then that will then be your skill difficulty grading will increase by 1 step.
Okay.
Because you've got me on it. It's interesting. It might think about this, because once I've attached, I just do my damage modifier once I've got hold of something as normal. I don't need to make an attack roll for it. But your damage modifier is quite big, isn't it?
Mhm.
So you
Yeah.
could actually grapple someone and just hold them. And as you hold them, they would slowly go unconscious
That's nice.
just by you holding them. You see,
I just
'cause-
kind of want to give all 4 of these guys a hug, but I don't know how I can do that.
well, it would take you four action points, which you won't have.
Yeah. I'll do the 2 power points to ready my shield.
Yep. Okay. So fast shield your shield out, and then are you going to use your combat style to oppose my grapple?
This sucks. It's too many of them. But I don't want to make my attack harder, so I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
So roll your combat. Roll. You need to get
actually. Could I? Yeah, that's fine. I'll just do that for this one.
So combat style, you need to get 20 or above to withstand my grapple. This is nerve-wracking. Yeah, so that's one action gone, one action for me. I try to grapple onto you. I probably tried to grapple onto that arm, and just as I was about to put my arms around it, your shield went and came out at full belt. So this is the second one. That hits as well. So that will grapple you. You need to get, if you want to use your shield, you'll need to get 40 or above to grapple me. To resist me, sorry. Oh.
What if I get a...
Yeah, so now you actually have a defensive crit.
Mhm.
And a defensive special that you can now use to oppose me. So you've actually won that one.
What would enhance defense of yourself as a critical effect? What does that mean?
So you want to enhance defense. Okay, hang on. Let me. I'm on the page because I've bookmarked everything.
It just says enhanced defense of yourself. What does that mean?
Oh, here we go. When a hero rolls a critical success while defending, they can further enhance their defense by doing one of the following. The hero can deflect the full force of their weapon, which you don't want to do that because there's no force involved. That's called enhanced parry. You can prepare counter. The hero notices something about the opponent's attack pattern that they can exploit. The hero chooses a specific special effect for the remainder of the combat. The hero can negate this effect anytime the opponent uses it. So if you saw me constantly doing a certain thing, then you could say, I'm going to negate bleed, damage, or stun location. And the final one is slip free. The hero automatically escapes from being entangled, grappled, gripped, or anything like that without a use of the action point. So you could actually use that and then still have that action point left.
I'll probably do that. I need to get my action points because I kind of want to kill these guys.
Okay, so he tries to grab it, but you see his arms coming and manage to defend yourself against that. That's 2 down. That one a hit as well.
All right.
You just want me to go for it, or do you want to combat it?
No, I'll combat this one.
So does this be your third? Oh no! So you could do the same. So you'll still keep that action point. So you've still got what is it? 2 action points. Have you used
Left?
Yeah.
I only use 1 at this point.
Okay then, and then my last attack on you misses. Okay, so rabbit, the same. They're going to do the same to you as they fly down or all around you. So you can either use your combat staff to try to prevent them grappling onto you, but it will cost you action points if you wish to do that.
Gotcha.
Okay, so there's 4. Three, because
three.
Your first one is down. So the first one will hit.
I will use 2 power points.
Nice.
To give myself a free action here to spend.
Yep.
To use my stick. Dodge.
Oh! That is a mighty dodge. Yeah.
Okay.
So
that was a free dodge.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't totally free.
Yeah, you had power points, didn't you? Yeah. This is your second one, which will hit as well.
I would like to do the same move, 2 points down, if I may.
Yeah, by all means.
And here is my free parry.
Now that does work, but it's opposed, so mine is actually higher.
Yeah.
So
I have to take it at this point.
Yes, you do. So this little Banekin grapples onto your 11
on my chest.
Yeah, so it's just sort of like came down, it's got its claws, and it's just sort of like whacked its claws into your chest and sort of like over your shoulder, and its tail is sort of like wrapped around you as well. Now this
we need to remind these imps about hashtag me too. I just
so
personal boundaries.
Grapple. Are you getting a free imp hug? Grapple, head, chest, or abdomen. Skills increase by 1 level of difficulty. Okay, so from now on, your skills will be 1 level harder. And
that's fair.
I've got 1 more, I think. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah. Let me just call it up. Let me do my unarmed. And that fails. So we're out. So yeah, go for it.
What I would still be able to like do a defensive, wouldn't I? To parry?
Which one against?
The one that just failed with the 80?
Yeah, you can roll your combat, and as long as you succeed, then you'll be fine. You'll get a special.
Okay. Yes, I'll take 1 action point, and I will spend right there.
Yeah. So
could I use a defensive special? I forget what it's called because I'm not the combat guy. The one where I make it so he can't attack me, like I'm keeping him on his edge.
Do you make
the thing?
Press advantage?
Press advantage.
Yes, press advantage. Am I able to use that here?
Let me just consult. Let me just do.
I think it's an offense. I might be wrong.
I vaguely recall there being a defensive one, but I could be wrong.
There is. Pin foe is defensive. Press advantage. Am I looking up? Let's look at that first.
Everyone's the defensive.
Overextend opponent.
It says both.
Overextend opponent is the one you want.
Overextend opponent.
Defensive one. Defender sidesteps, retreats, inconvenient attack. Sorry, causing the attacker to overreach himself. Opponent cannot attack on his next turn.
Yes,
and it's stackable. Yeah.
What's that one? Sorry.
Overextend opponent.
I don't have that on my list.
Oh, sorry, it's on the
first. The imp is inappropriate grabbing. Now he's overextended. Dangerous.
Or you can use it to slip. Oh, it's a proper crit slip free, isn't it?
Where is it on the one that?
It's on V13. It's what we use for Mithras, to be fair.
Oh, right. That's why I can't see it, because not all the specials come across. But press advantage is either offensive or defensive.
Oh, fantastic.
I would like to press advantage then. I've got my stick pointed out and being like, stay away.
Stay away. So this little
You
one.
shall not pass.
Only one hug at a time.
Yeah. So that's the one that is press advantage on. So that can't attack you next turn. Wow. And we come to Banner.
All right. So I do have 2 questions
Yeah.
because I have 2 ideas. One, if I hit the same the point of contact, could I hit so hard that it goes through and possibly hit the 2 behind it?
Hitting the.
If I hit this one right here, say with my thrown shield, would the force be
okay.
be so strong in momentum that it's like it goes right through him?
Yeah. So what will there's 2 things, and I don't think we have it in this game because it's mainly for energy weapons. There is one that in range that you can actually. You can throw a javelin or a spear medivac, you'll love this, and it goes through the first one and actually staples it to the back of the other one.
Awesome.
If you're hitting it with a shield, it's going to be knocked back in any case, isn't it? Because you've got that bash, and in which case it will need an athletics roll to stay upwards. But I don't think the damage would actually go through. I can't find it on this list.
I guess the second question, if that was not the case, could I use my new boost of clobber to hit this one in the direction of these 3?
Yeah, so you just want to do a normal to hit roll then, and then use bash as your special, yeah?
Yeah, and I'm hoping maybe if I can bash this one into the others, it might cause damage.
Well, what we'd have to do, number one, you would have to get a special to do it, and then these 3 here are actually flying. But if you get enough, I'm more than happy to say that you hit it up into one of them, and then we'll see what actually happens.
Okay, well, I just do that roll at least.
Okay, so you're going to whack this one. Yeah, so go for it.
I want Banner to get a skill who just spins round and round.
Yeah. Just like a whirlwind. Just like a whirlwind.
All right, let's do this.
So this is your shield, isn't it? Yeah. So the little impy will try to evade. So we're looking at opposed roll now. So I need to get higher than 34 with my evade to get out the way. Oh, I succeed, but I don't get out the way. But you don't get a special. You're just looking for your damage only on this.
Actually, oh no, damn it. Their evade's high. All right.
I think because they're little nippy imps.
Could I use my PowerPoint or for clobber to enact the attack, or do I have to get the special?
What does the clobber
say? Let me. I can. Enhanced strength.
Does it say that it just increases from a bash?
Successful PowerPoint after a successful unarmed or melee strike with a bludgeoning weapon.
Is that all?
Triple. It essentially triples the effective damage value for the purpose of determining knockback on the bash special. Okay, never mind. There we go. That's the term. The knockback on this bash special effect. So I have to.
So it says for the purpose of determining knockback. So knockback is something different. Knockback is not the same as a bash. So bash is a.
But it says and the bash special effect.
Hang on. Let me just check this. duh, 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 duh. Knockback. Heroes are capable of powerful attacks that they send their opponents stumbling back. Whenever a target is subject to an attack that inflicts more damage than their size before their power points are applied, the target is knocked directly back from the attacker 1 meter for every 5 points of damage above their size.
No.
So that's not a special or anything. That is literally it. So my impies have a size rating of 1. So you will do, they don't have armor, so that won't matter. Inflicts damage more than their size. Okay, so you're going to inflict more damage than their size. So
We hope.
So do a hit location first, and then roll your damage.
All right, I'm doing a hit location first. Sorry.
Oh, right on a leg. Right on a leg. Right. So I need your damage now.
All right. I apologize, little impy. I just wanted to murder you. That's all.
Now remember, so that's 6 points. So what does your clobbering say?
It essentially times it by 3, but the distance they would be knocked back.
You just okay then. So whenever the target is the target is knocked back directly from the attacker for 1 meter for every 5 points above their size. So that's 1 meter that there's going to do. But because you can use your power points, you can move it, you can triple it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that doesn't sound very exciting because that just means 3 meters.
Not in this case. Yeah, this case is not really worth it.
Yeah, but he will move back, so he will be out of combat. This one, let me just move him to there. Okay, then. Yeah, so that's your attack done. Just to let you know,
there's no cleave attack or anything I can do, right?
Well,
I can hit 3 at a time or anything.
That's where I come in.
Yeah, or just to let you know that 6 points on this person, on this imp's leg, will take it out.
Okay.
So it's out. If they're on the ground, you could do your ground pound.
Yeah, but they're not.
But they're not. Right. Yeah. Good grief. That feels like ages.
It's a shame to have like a Hulk clap when you just clap your hands.
Yeah.
So
that could be a new boost that we say that the ground pound happens the same when he bashes his shield or something. And it
boom.
Yeah, and it affects, that would only affect aerial targets rather than ground targets. Rabbit.
I would like to use cleave.
Oh, do you have cleave?
Well, in a way, I have speed charge with my final action point because I'm down to just 1. I want to use speed charge. I'm hoping that I can get at least 3 of them in sort of a row that I would be able to pull off.
Yeah, you can.
I mean, I know they're all flying around, but
yeah, but you can do those 3 as you charge past. That's not a problem.
Okay, so that'll cost me 4 power points, and my final action point. And yeah, so I guess this is my first attack.
Yeah.
42.
Yeah, so they have 2 power points, so they can try to use their tails to parry this.
It is at hard.
Yeah, but I miss. So special hit location and damage for the first one.
This is basically all going to be stun location.
Okay, got ya.
I'm just trying to smack him down. So here is a D20 for hit location. Stunning in the leg. Right leg.
Right leg, yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess you might have a different scale. And here's the damage to your right leg. Another 7. I
Yeah.
am murdering this time around.
You that takes that one out nicely. Just to let everybody know, when you kill these, they actually just sort of like disappear into dust, and that's it. Yeah. Okay, then. So next one along.
All right, here we go. Saving my best friend Banner. A 23 out of 58.
I parried that. How big's your weapon?
I would like to. Well, first off, it's a medium, but I would like to use my new boost here.
Oh, nice.
To make your success a failure.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm a bad penny.
Yeah. So does that take power points then? Yeah.
Takes a point of luck.
Oh, point of luck. Got you.
That's nice.
And then I'm going to stun location if you survive this, I guess is how I should phrase it.
Where
It'll hit you in your 16.
Ouch. Might have taken.
Damn.
That's
that hits,
very lucky.
That hits me in an arm, but it's enough to take him out. And then this last one that you'll be doing, he can't attack back.
That's fair. I want him to suffer anyway.
Yeah, because this is the one you pressed advantage on.
Yes. So here is my attack. Success, 29.
Yeah. So hit location, you're doing stun location, aren't you?
Yes, sir. Right in your 10.
Right in my chest.
Yeah.
Do some damage.
This is probably the one that stops my traction quite a bit. My damage is 2. I could just get 4 7s.
Yeah, 2. Okay, then this one is still up. Sophia, are you done? Sorry.
Stun location.
Oh yeah.
Because he survived, I think. So I'm going to give him some chest pains.
Yeah, so I'll need to roll endurance, won't I, if you stun my chest?
Versus my 29.
Yeah, yeah, against your original attack. Right, I succeed, but I get a 25, so you win, which means that I'm incapacitated as you whack me in my chest. So we will take this one out as well. Well done, Rabbit.
Thank you. Well, that's why I had to save at least one attack.
How many power points have you got left?
I have 4 out of 15.
Oh, my life.
Yeah. Well, the hyperspeed, that took 3 off at the beginning. I'm running low.
Just to let everybody know that this whole adventure takes place in one night.
Yep.
Yeah. Misty, you have your shield up at the moment. What would you like to do?
Up? Yes. So I was going to make a construct of water going from the floor to the ceiling.
Please tell me your shield is not concentration.
No, it should be.
That's
a mere thought.
Yeah.
Just link it. So
nice.
About concentration, which is good. Let's do this one at a time. So I am now going to focus on this one here at the end and water blast it.
Nice.
He says, thinking about summoning an elemental.
Whoa.
Well, I am, but it's no.
Is that because I just said that it's going to last all night?
No, let's do it. 56 out of 62.
Yeah, so he will need to try to evade this, but you're higher, so you do the damage. So you don't get a special though, and that's right in the chest.
And your damage shall be
a power of water.
Power of water. 8
Ow!
in the chest. I made him into a toilet paper.
Well, yeah.
With a hole in the middle.
He is out of it. he sort of like goes flying off. And a bit
I can
of
imagine
a
this jet of water just pinning him against the wall.
yeah,
behind.
because of your knockback. Because knockback anybody can do, and he's only size 1, and you've done 8 points of damage.
Yeah.
So he's knocked back, and he is going to be.
He tries to turn to dust, but it really gets like a mud bath.
He just becomes like a mud bath. So he is out of it. So now, Bankins. Sophia, these are their second attacks at you now.
Don't forget the one in the corner as well.
He's the one that's prone, isn't he?
Yeah.
So he'll get up. Let me just do. Here's your first
Nice.
attack. That will hit you.
Yep.
Do you have any? You're just leaving it, yeah?
I'm just leaving it. Yes.
You're
yes,
going to trust in your shield. Trust in your shield. Is your shield covering your 16?
Which is my left arm again. No. I should change it from right arm to left arm.
Yeah, do it. Now be warned with this. This is heavy damage coming into you. -1.
Okay, so my left arm now is 6.
Here's
5.
Here's the second one.
God, you're really good at this.
That will hit, and that will go into your 8.
Oh, 8. Yeah, I've got that covered. Yeah,
yes,
abdomen.
this shield has been worth it.
Yay. No gut punches for me.
And Banner, we're coming to you. We're doing some unarmy attacking. So the one that you knocked back is out, but there's still 3 that are coming in. So they're coming in with their second action point of the round. That one misses. The first one misses.
Mm-hmm.
Second one hits.
I do have my shield up myself.
So you can use your combat style, because that's what your shield used to try to deflect it, but it will cost you an action point.
No, I need to save my 1 action point.
Okay then. So therefore I will grapple onto your 5.
What's that? That's a
leg.
Left leg.
Yeah, my left leg.
Left leg. So this sort of like comes round and grapples. Who am I hugging?
Me. Well, one of those I think is hugging me.
Oh right. Yeah, I forgot about.
Yeah, there was one on the chest.
Being hugged. So that one's round your leg, which means that your movement is going to be reduced. Let me. That's the.
Or did I hit the one that's on me? I was a little unclear who I was hitting, but I was hitting fast.
I think it was Fast and Furious, and we'll go with the flow. And this third one misses. So, Banner, you're up.
You must have hit it because
I have a question.
3 below Banner didn't attack you.
Because it's on my leg, can I use that leg to kick the other one?
So that would just be like an unarmed attack.
Yeah, but essentially what I'm doing is I'm smashing the one on my leg with the other into the other one.
No, it would just be a kick. They're not acting as armor, because that would be the effect of armor. If you do want to kick it using it on an arm, it will be 1 level more difficult.
No, I'm going to attack the other one that missed me with my shield.
Yeah, go for it.
And try if on success, try to smash it to one of the ones next to Misty, or towards one of the ones next to Misty.
Okay, let's see. So, are you going for this one?
Yeah, the one that's not on me.
Yeah. Okay, then. So I'll make this one on you then. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Do it. a damage to hit roll first.
To hit.
Oh.
What?
Tick the
3
box.
point.
Take that box. Good.
It's just so like it makes me laugh. So, Rabbit has taken out a whole lot. Misty's brought up a shield and his blood.
I have an imp on my foot. I just don't know what it's grossing me out. So I'm messing up.
Wait, bull in China shop?
I can't
We're in a
use
museum.
Just out of
Yeah.
interest, you can drop your shield because you have a limit on it.
Yeah.
Do you not?
Yeah. Well, I can. Yeah. I can drop it, but I can pick it back up. Yeah.
Yeah. So you sort of like swing for this, and it sort of like falls out the floor. Just Rabbit, just as you're coming out, you're just hitting the last one and thinking, good grief, he's dropped his shield. Misty, you're too busy blasting left, right, and center. So we're going back up to the top of the round for anybody who's got action points left. I know I've got none. Rabbit, do you have any action points left?
I don't, but can I purchase one with a luck point?
Yeah, of course
Okay,
you may.
I will give you low on luck points. And I would like to move over to help my dear comrade Misty.
Yeah, it would be a little bit of
smack one of these down.
It'd be a little bit of an insult to help Banner, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and I'm not ready to insult him.
Yeah, so do a to hit. Well,
my
use
regular attack.
Yeah, so you can
swinging
use
my
quick
quarterstaff.
movement to get there. Hopefully, not a fumble. Oh no, a hit. So you'll have a special hit location and damage.
Stun and in your 20
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
My head.
That's a head.
headshot. Another.
Nice.
Do you want to know? Just to let you know, I checked my character. When I looked back, I thought you'd done 20 points of damage. Can you see how the 20 comes up in
It's green.
in brackets, and then there's another
Yeah.
20? I thought, good grief. This one is out of it.
And that would be my turn. Should I use my regeneration? No, it should be at the end of the.
Yeah,
combat.
at the end of this one. Misty, do you have any action points left?
Yes, I do. And I'm going to target the one in the middle, and I'm going to focus a big stun blast at it again.
Nice.
Hopefully. Yes. Is he able to dodge it?
Was that your water?
Jesus.
That was like your water coming out. I don't have a normal water sound.
I hope this isn't how Misty sounds.
I didn't know we got
Asian-
tacos before this.
If that's what it sounds like when you shoot a blast of water,
It's time to go see a doctor.
the media is going to be laughing.
We
at us.
never mentioned where the water's coming from.
16.
It's in our left arm.
Oh, hang on. It might be a wing.
A wing.
No, it's a right arm.
Damage.
I need a special
That's
as well.
going to be stunned.
Yeah, stone location. Nice.
12 damage.
2d8. That's
So hang on. That's actually knocking him back 2 meters as well, isn't it? Via a normal knockback. Because he's tiny and
Well, he's right next to me as I just unleash my fire hose.
yeah, you just whip it out, go, and that's it. Which means
He can't use his wing.
these are dead. Okay, this banking is now up because if you remember, he got
Evaded.
but he has no more actions left because his second action is to get up because he's tried to stop it. We can do some unarmed combat on Banner, however. And 22 will hit. Do you have any action points left?
I don't.
Okay, then. So he is going to grab onto your 10.
That'd be my chest.
Oh, yes. He's wrapping round your chest, and then the final one hits and wraps round your 10 again. So there's two of them wrapped around. You sort of like look over. So your skills are any skills, because you got 2 on your chest, are increased by 2 levels of difficulty. So Misty and Rabbit, you see these Bankins have wrapped themselves around Ballister's. One's around his leg. There's 2 on his chest. There's probably one on the front of his chest and one behind on his back as well. And Banner, it's your turn.
I have no actions.
Oh, right. So, Rabbit, you get healing generation.
Yes. My arm. Yes.
How many comes back on that?
I have a healing rate of 3, so I get 3 points back that I can divide among my hit locations.
Yeah.
Put them all in my left arm.
So what's your left arm? -1.
It's now up to -1.
Nice. Nice. And Rabbit, you are up.
Well, I'm going to think very, very quickly about how easy it would be to just swing my quarterstaff at the things hugging Banner, but that probably wouldn't be a good idea. So I'm gonna drop it, quick move over, and I don't know what I need to roll for this, but I'm assuming unarmed. I'm gonna like try and grab one and punch it.
Yeah. So you can take the struggle action. So normally Banner can do this. Anybody who's grappled can struggle. So it's an opposed roll of either brawn or unarmed, whichever the attacker prefers. If the opponent wins, then you are you're pulled off. So it's up to you. Do you want to use do you want me to do an opposed brawn roll against your brawn or against unarmored?
I'm going to use my unarmed, my martial arts.
Okay. Yeah, and
it's not very arty.
So that would be so off you go then. Roll yours.
49 of 58.
Oh dear, this is going to be difficult. Oh, if I got a crit, I would have. So you yank one of these off Banner. So Banner, you're released from.
Which one did he yank off? The one on my leg or one on the ones on my chest?
It's up to Rabbit. I don't think he would have grabbed the leg one.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I went for the chest one.
Yeah.
The front chest, most likely. I just
So
yanked him off.
So that's it. Misty, you're up.
Yes. So
please blast it off.
Yeah.
Oh yes, the one in the corner.
The
one
in the corner. Yes. Ooh. Yeah, I think Banner's quite capable of tearing that one off himself.
Yeah.
He's always been good at pulling himself off, so that should be fine.
Is that rude?
No.
It's fantastic usually. It's fantastic usually.
Oh, that's hits. This is a new round, isn't it? So you will have an action. Oh, love it. You've been playing with effects.
I have, yeah. It's going all over the place. I'll stop it now. Yeah.
That's what she said.
What was you? 33. So as I get up, I will have to try to evade this.
Oh, put a tick.
Put a tick.
This is the third rolled 100.
So you actually get a special. Because you were standard, but I'm fumbled, so you get a special hit location and damage.
A critical special. A critical
crit
defensive
No.
special.
I've got confused on that earlier. It's just a
Oh.
special.
It's just a
A
special.
Lame.
They just really failed.
Choose location, and I'm going to be looking at its little puny head as it appears. So location head damage is going to be 8.
That takes him. That puts him out. Sorry, it
A
just
new painting on the wall.
he just gets blasted by water, and he's out. Deaded. Okay then. Yeah. Bane King. So this one here, that you've pulled off, Rabbit, will attack you.
Good.
I
mean, yes.
Yeah. So he's grappling. So either your weapon. Oh, you don't have your weapon. You have to use unarmed.
Yeah, and I will use unarmed.
Yeah. So you need to get above 23. Matt has said in the chat, by the way, grab his head and smash it like a watermelon.
That's what I was about to do. Yeah.
Oh, 29. It just.
And could I use a luck point with Bad Penny to make yours a fail?
Yes. You
So
can.
that I could get a special?
Yes, you would.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm down to 1 luck point remaining. Lucky! And I'm using my bad luck to make it so I'm pressing advantage. So like he comes at me, but I'm going to be moving at him and doing some like jabs and trying to make it so he can't really get a good chance to grab me.
I don't have any special effects for unarmed, so
that's okay. I'll make them in my mind.
Yeah, just imagine.
How are you supposed to do imagination with this game? I don't understand that.
Hit location then.
Oh, I didn't know because this is a defensive parry, so I don't.
Oh, are you just pressing advantage? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't actually get to roll like.
No, that is true. Sorry.
Okay. Dang it.
You should have just
I mean, I'll take a
with
few
it.
hits.
Yeah, you should. So he's pressed advantage there. Okay, and yeah, so the one round your leg can actually apply his damage modifier as damage. So 1d8. He does -5 points of damage to your leg as he's trying to grab it and squeeze it tight, but thunder thighs as you are, that's not happening. Banner, it's your turn.
Banner is going to reach down, and I guess this would either be an unarmed attack or whatever. He's pretty much out of a fit of rage. He's not holding back. He's going to try to run down, grab down, and just smash the skull of this imp.
Okay, so you're going to you're literally just going to do a normal attack then.
Yeah.
Okay then. Yeah. So
pretty much.
Just use your. Is this a shield or your arm?
I could do I do unarmed.
Yes. So just do an unarmed attack roll.
Is this where you cause pushback and then trip yourself up?
Yeah. 81 does hit. So hit location and special hit location of damage. I can't avoid this.
Yeah. I do.
That would be really funny, by the way, if he missed. Because it would have to be a dead leg or something.
Hit himself between the legs.
I'm trying to think of what special I should do.
15, you're whacking an arm.
I'm trying to think of a good one. I wish I could do full damage, but
it's a crit.
If you do stun, he'll lose grapple, won't he? Because he won't be able to use his arm.
Is that right?
He's got another arm. He's got 2 legs, 2 arms, and a tail.
I'm gonna bash with my hand, just like smash him towards a wall. Okay. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I use my fists,
like
my manly fists of manliness.
Please do not use your manliness in the game. It's a family show. I do not
That's
want
not
you.
his manliness, it's a truncheon.
That dislodges him and also knocks him out. Nice. So there's one in front of you that you've got pressing advantage on. So that would be quite easily defeated in this. And well done, people. It took you a while, but you have destroyed them. Just to reiterate, once they are dead, they just sort of like fall to dust. And you sort of like fought away up here very bravely in subdued lighting as well. The portal, just as the force field, has now gone. So what would you like to do? Do you want to investigate anything? Is there anybody that you would like to call? What's going to be the plan now?
I like to imagine that I'm still enraged, so I'm not really focused on. I'm just kind of like wanting to punch something for lack of punching. I was not able to.
You just sort of like this, as this imp's on the floor, you just whap your arm down, your leg down on it.
Luckily, 17th century statue. Bye.
Yeah.
Can I just rewind a little bit just to get the narrative right? When I was when I saw the purple light from the outside, you were saying about lightning crackling along.
So this, hang on, let me just come on to your layer because I'm on a different. So these are the windows.
Yeah.
That you saw. So it looks like the portal was opened here, and the lightning emanated from that back
outwards, right?
Yeah.
I was trying to picture if it was the lightning going towards the other end of the portal.
No. It was just sort of like coming out. And can you see there's suits of armor?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
it's just I thought there might have been sort of, if somebody went through one end of the portal, it should let
go
to the other end of the portal.
No, they literally seem to come in. And do you want to check out the room where the portal was?
Definitely. I want to find out what was in this room, because there's going to be some name plaques and things, and if something's missing, hopefully there'll be a description of what that circular thing was.
So the only thing that is broken in this seems to look like some kind of Egyptian replication of a sarcophagus, and there's various glass container display cases round about, and there's about 3 or 4 in the room, but only one is broken. And I don't know if you remember way back, somebody made a perception roll.
Yeah,
so that was to hear hear the glass break. So, and when you look at it, you're quite right. You managed to find the lights for this room because you'll need them on. You can't sort of like do it via the emergency lights. And you notice that inside the display case, there were 5 items with cards. One sort of like ritual knife, one sort of like canopic jars. There's 2 other things, and there's one in the middle that has a label on it, but there's not an item. And the label says unknown death shard. And that is missing. That's the only thing that is. Everything else. And just roll your insight, Misty. Actually, Misty, roll, and let's do it for everyone. So just roll your insight, Misty, and then, so does anybody else succeed with a 23 with their insight?
I do. Yeah,
I've got a 26.
Okay, then, full house. Here's 3 pieces of information. The first one is that it looks like they knew what they were looking for. When they broke the glass, it's right in the center. They haven't smashed anything up. It's right actually in the center. The second thing is there's more valuable stuff here in the cases. Much more valuable stuff. Behind you, Banner and Rabbit, there's cases that has Egyptian gold in, but they are not even touched. They're not broken or anything like that at all. They're totally, absolutely intact, haven't been touched. And the only other thing that there's no outward sign of the portal anymore. There's no sort of like electrical burns or anything like that. It's totally and utterly dissipated.
Can I do a perception roll to see if I can see a security camera that might have pointed towards either in this room or
you don't need to roll
room?
a perception roll. There aren't any security cameras throughout the building. None at all.
That's
Good for us.
Yeah, probably
let's take all this gold then.
Yeah.
Misty.
No, they came in, they took all the gold.
We'll
Everything.
keep on it for them.
There was
and this death mask thing.
there was nothing left. They just took everything. Okay, just a couple of questions before we move on. Are you calling the police at this point?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we want to call the police to explain what's happened and for them to secure the building as well, because we've broken the back door.
Okay, then. So they come later. They come in, the police, but they also bring in somebody, and they bring in one of the curators of the museum. Okay. Now, just to let you know, this curator is going to be another option of somebody's contact. So he is, it's up to you to give it the name, but just to let you know that his skills are in archaeology, Egyptian mythology, history, museum etiquette, and the occult. Those are what his skills are actually in. So, Misty, you've already got a contact. You can have this one as well. Or Banner or Rabbit, you can take it, whoever wants it. It's up to you. So, Misty, you can have two, but there's only going to be 3 contacts. So it's completely up to you.
I can't really imagine Misty having time to wander around a museum and be interested in museumy things.
Yeah.
When she's more criminal, computer orientated.
Yeah, cool.
Don't get me wrong, she does have crafts as sculpting, but that's got nothing to do with museums. That's a hobby.
Yeah. Okay, then. So
I don't think there's a gym here, so I don't know if Banner's can be interested.
So Rabbit,
Banner's really patriotic, and maybe the relics to show like this doesn't look like a whatever country we're in engineering museum. Might be,
yeah,
I don't know.
It's Egyptian, and that seems very un-American or unrighteousness.
Rabbit.
I don't know what country we're in. I do though. I can't imagine that Rabbit would be.
We don't have to take him.
You don't have to take him.
I do want to take him, but I think that the point of contention with her is she likely hates museums. Go slow, no running. But I think that she would be fascinated in finding somebody who knew things that correlated with her old life, where she came from.
So why don't I add a skill to him and talk as well as Egyptian mythology? Let's say
a speed run.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking about Egyptian games or Egyptian combat, Egyptian weapons or something like that. How does that sound?
Yeah, I'll take him. Primarily for the occult knowledge and the strange things.
Okay.
I think Rabbit would be fascinated by that, and
So
games and combat help too.
he needs a name.
Um,
I'm poised, look ready to write.
his first name's Ethan, and that's what I always call him. So I'm spacing on his last name. It's like he's
Montague.
Hawk.
it's something that's hard to. It's like Ethan Philippi. Yeah, Ethan Philippi. I'm
Stein.
gonna spell it out.
Philip
That's his real
Einstein.
name.
Let's stick it in the chat. So there.
Ethan Philippi.
I just call
Oh,
him Ethan.
I got it. Apart.
He does have like a degree, but I always forget because I just call him Ethan.
Okay, brilliant. Okay, then. So as the police arrive, there's another option here. Okay, so the police actually want to clear the room. Okay, and it's up to you. You can actually use your influence, etc., etc. Banner, you can use intimidation with the sergeant who's moving you out. You can be deceitful. You can use influence. It's completely up to you. This will give that character, or two characters, or all of you, a skill to do with interacting with the police. Okay, does that make sense? So a bit like Bartleby's friend of the guards. So this sergeant is sort of like saying to you, they brought Ethan in, and he's sort of like saying, nobody allowed to go in the room. Please step back, Mom. Don't go down. Obviously, it would be useful for somebody to be in there with Ethan. But at the moment, the police are standing in your way. Would somebody like to try to influence them? Or I know Banner likes intimidation.
I've got a skill called cultural law enforcement.
Okay, so you can use that to augment your influence if you wish, or intimidate.
No, I don't want
Can
to
I offer
intimidate.
my influence as an assisting augment? Like to say, like, yeah, I know Ethan Philippi.
Yeah, remember his name. Yeah. Only okay, so only because Ethan's involved, and he might sort of like look around and say, "No, I know her." So yeah, go.
So that's my influence to
Yeah.
get him.
Oh, yeah. So you managed to all.
Do you know who I am?
Yeah. You managed to get into the room again. And you notice that the area's being sealed off at the moment, and there's people sweeping up dust. They just seem to think that the whole place was dusty. They're not thinking, oh, this was a bit of an imp. And there's people with fine brushes dusting for fingerprints.
Well, sorry, when I go in there, I'm part of my influence would have been, let me show you what happened and where things were. So this portal was here, and I'll point out where the portal was. They touched nothing else apart from what was in that cabinet there.
Yeah, and you hear the police outside, by the way, saying, yes, it looks like they broke in through the back door, the burglars.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
Something like that. And you sort of like, inside the room, you notice that Ethan is looking over and checking everything as he goes around, and then he realizes what's missing, and he looks slightly puzzled, and he turns to you, Rabbit, and Ethan's English, just so you know, he's not. And he sort of like says, "Oh, this is very strange. Why would they take this? Why
haven't you told me they're pretty well worthless, death shards? Because I asked you before, and you said death shards don't do anything except they're used for some. Well, you said something. Is it ritual purposes?
Yeah. Well, he says this has He said it used to have like hieroglyphics on it, and he said we had them translated, and they just said safe passage 2. But we do think it was probably one piece of a larger object, maybe circular or in a tablet form. You notice here at the, he sort of like draws a quick picture on it, a piece of paper, and it looks like a pizza slice. Okay, but the inside has a little circle in it. Does that make sense? As if it fits on top of something round. So I'll just draw it for you using all my artistic talent. So it looks a bit like... That's what it looked like.
Oh, gotcha.
I get it. Yeah.
Pizza with one bite taken out.
Yeah, very much so. And he, Ethan had said that the hieroglyphs on it had said something about safe passage 2. And he sort of like thinks, he says, oh, what about the other pieces? Surely, why just take this piece? And he looks at you, Rabbit, and says, you do know there's other pieces that form together to actually fit and make the tablet complete.
Obviously I made that conclusion myself, but did you guys have these other parts? It only looked like there was one part stolen here. Are there other parts in different areas of this place? I'd think you'd keep them together.
No, he said there was some disagreement about the final piece, and so it's been separated. This was our piece. He says, I need to do some research on this and get back to you, Rabbit. Get back to you about it.
Yeah, me and my group, we're definitely interested in this. But I just have a quick question before you leave. Do you know anything about the Coven?
He sort of like looks puzzled for a while, and he says, weren't they a circus act?
Yeah, we found that out before, and they tried to make a TV series, but then it got canceled. And
Yeah.
I tried to find it online, but I couldn't because it wasn't available. But these guys look kind of like those people that we've seen before and that we've heard about, with the robes and the looking weird and the acting weird and the doing strange things and being ominous.
Is there a
Do you know
question?
anything? I was hoping you'd have answers for me without me having to put any question marks in.
He sort of like says, listen, Rabbit, you need to take your meds. You're talking far too quick again. You're giving me a headache. He says, let me do one thing at a time. Let me find out where the other parts of the shards are, and then we'll look into the Coven.
Excellent. That's perfect.
You just hear Banner in the background. It's like, someone must have a huge piece of machinery to open that door, unless of course they have some massive muscles. I have no way. That's
It was either one or the other. Yeah, and he's like everybody they're sort of like sealed it off in here, and they're still searching for fingerprints, etc. But you decide that it's probably a good time to go home and get some sleep. Banner, I think you need a lot of sleep, don't you?
Yeah. That's one of my things, one of my limits.
Tell us about that.
Oh, it's just I need like 10 hours of sleep minimum, just because my muscles be aching for being so strong and powerful.
Is this from enhanced strength?
It's from is it enhanced strength, or it might be my other one? Hold on. It is from,
I think it's from durability. It might be.
I think it's my other one. Where's I'm trying to
Being a
look it up.
pizza delivery driver is really, really bad for that, really. isn't it?
That's exactly what I was thinking when I read it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you just you require 2 additional hours of sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he has
and
crash.
it's hard to wake you up.
Yeah.
If somebody tries to wake you up, it's 1 difficulty grade harder. And if you're rendered unconscious, the duration is twice the normal amount of time.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'm waiting to use this when the baddies knock you out unconscious and Misty and Rabbit are around after an hour. And then you have to just stand around.
The villain that has captured us is giving us his entire speech or spiel. I was like, oh god, where are we at?
Slumped up against Misty, just drooling out of his mouth. Yeah, I can't wait.
5 more minutes, Mom.
Can't wait to use that one. I certainly cannot. Brilliant, people. So that brings us up dead on to 10 o'clock, which is good. So you will be able to get some sleep during the night and recover your power points. And we'll start the next adventure by meeting back with Ethan to see what he's found out. It'll probably be in the afternoon, so you've got plenty of time to recover, get some power points back, and then we can see what happens the next day. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, everyone. Really interesting. I went from a slight difference in combat today. I don't know whether or not you noticed. Rather than just trying to hit you all the time, I thought, let's try to grapple on. I was expecting, by the way, to get like 4 round one of the characters that you just sort of like fell over with all these things grappling.
If I got enough around me, I was about to smash into a wall, just smash myself into a wall. I'm just like,
yeah.
I don't know.
So that would be like an unarmed combat role. And then Matt said lots of grabbing. Like the Black Desert Online Berserker fight. Yeah, they have multiple grabs. But nice to see some other spells coming out as well. We haven't seen Misty's shield yet. I think that's the first time we've seen.
Well, she's never needed it before, has she?
Yeah. But what I try to do is separate you out this time. Can you remember with Agony, you were all fighting by yourself?
That's right.
You know, so I tried to separate it out so you could all get a better feel for your character, how they actually operate individually rather than as a group. And really and truly, their attack, their actual tail attack, they had a minus 1d8 damage modifier.
That's their size.
Your max damage would have been 3.
Yeah.
If you rolled a 1 on your d8 and a 4 on your d4.
Yes, was it a d4 that I was rolling?
I think it was. But then I think all of us have polyweave armor, so that's 1 off.
So that was.
So it's 1 armor, right? Sorry, that's what I'm missing on my sheet.
So that's like you would have a max damage of 2 if you rolled your best.
Yeah.
So I like to think that with that kind of thing, they have to swarm you and then eventually incapacitate you so that they can start doing max damage.
Yeah.
Like you're so unable to defend that.
Exactly. Or almost like bring the person down. The other thing is you soon, Misty, you use your shield. You use your shield wisely so you could keep your action points. Yeah. Because once you get more than 1 or 2, you know, your action points are going.
Well, that's it. There's no point. Otherwise, it's just going to keep you in one place, be able to do nothing but defend.
Yeah.
So you've got to take the risk of getting a hit.
Especially if with your shield up. You might as well, because
I think if they did more damage, I would have then activated a bigger shield.
Yeah.
So
another boost that you could have, by the way, you could almost like have water that comes down as a jet.
Oh, power shower.
Yeah, or pushes them away from you in the sense that the water comes down and up and pushes them X amount of distance. That would be cool.
I want to think about getting a boost that actually does multiple targets rather than just the one, because I'm limited there. So,
everybody's jealous of my crowd control.
I know.
Everybody is,
I need to figure one out, yeah.
But that's the thing. I think that's where Rabbit shines. She doesn't do a lot of damage, and as opposed to Banner, who can do a lot of damage to specific targets. and compared to Misty, who does considerable damage against distant targets,
Yeah.
I just all I can do is hit a bunch of people. And in this case, this combat was built for Rabbit to shine, I think.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And Banner, if you miss, then it starts to become a struggle because the whole thing is high at damage.
And
Yeah.
Banner was at a disadvantage because I had them flying,
Yes.
which means
Yeah,
he
I
can't do his
I
ground
couldn't do my
pound.
crowd. My own one crowd control ability.
You know, if not, it would have been quite easy to sort of like whack it down, and it would have taken loads off. Do you have an area effect for blast, Misty?
No, but
I
no,
just
no,
thought
it's
you
just-
could have
it-
a wave.
Well, I don't at the moment because I've got my normal, which is stun, which is just basically a big funnel, but I've also got armor piercing, which then turns it into a very
Yes.
small, powerful jet. Now, if I took another, I could then make that into, say, a wider spray.
Yeah.
In a sense that
Tsunami. I'll activate
yeah.
tsunami.
Yeah.
And that would be like a frontal cleave, wouldn't it?
Exactly. Yeah, it would get an area, so like a cone effect.
Yeah, that would be fantastic. Brilliant. Well done. Let me move you back to your starting page. And yeah, remember agony somewhere out there. And all I can say is that I hope you get safely back to your houses.
I bet he's with his aunt, isn't he?
Well,
Why is it like a lot of traffic or something?
well, I'm just hoping that you get back there. I mean, anybody who failed their secret role, they might have dropped some information about where they lived that agony might have. So hopefully by the time you all get home, you know, you're there safe and sound, but we will pick it up next time and see what happens.
Robert, you might as well come and stay at mine tonight.
Yeah.
We're not that close of friends yet.
Yeah. Oh, yes. No.
Slumber
There's a new
party.
film I've got I want to watch. It's called Maze and...
Fine. If you bring the popcorn and order the pizza.
That would be it. Okay.
The 5 pizzas that she needs. The 5 pizzas.
Well, yeah.
Medivac. What? Your games for next week.
Oh, bless you. Thank you. Call of Cthulhu, well, Troll of Cthulhu on Monday at 7:15, and we now have been we now are followers of the mouth, the greater mouth. We have little mouths on our body. I've got one on my shoulder. And
Wow. What, real mouths?
Yeah, real mouths.
Like,
it's a bit like, yeah, Evil Dead got the eye popping out the back. We've got a mouth. I've got a mouth on my shoulder. Someone's on an arm, and so on, because we've been captured and infected by this cult. Yes,
that's not
so. That's
good.
that. Yeah,
yeah.
And on Thursday is possibly the last episode of our of part 1 of our D&D campaign, episode 71, which we're up against an Arbleth at the moment. And it's fun. Not in a fun way.
I just want to, when you play Pathfinder, see your messenger. That's what I want to.
No, it's Warhammer that we're doing.
Warhammer, yeah. Well, that should be good. That should be good to watch.
My postman.
Yeah, Mr. Pickles.
Yes, I am Mr. Pickles, and I run a podcast show with my friend. It's called And I Took That Personally. You can find it on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify Podcasts. That's where it is right now. It's myself and my friend Brad. We talk about movies and what we take personally. Usually it's pretty organized, but our last episode was just a wild nonsense ride about a wild nonsense movie called Evil Bong from 2006, where we talk about whether or not these people made a stoner comedy horror or even had heard of pop before. It's the weirdest thing, and it's not even a movie about anything.
I'm going to have to listen
us ramble
to this.
about it.
Yeah, that's tomorrow's job. So thank you, Captain Kangaroo. Have you got anything to say or to advertise?
I have a YouTube channel which I just rate different conditioners. So far I only have 1 episode because I only got 1 conditioner, but it's just just see where it goes.
Are you wind?
No, no.
Is this a wind up?
No, yeah, probably. No, I got it.
I'm logging onto YouTube to find the channel.
Captain Kangaroo.
Captain
And this week
Kangaroo
I'll be doing
Conditioners.
Pun 10.
Yeah, Pantene.
Yeah. Ironically, you know, I'm Kangaroo. Pantene gets the lowest rating for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know. No, they saw the opportunity to merge the two themes, but no, they did give me money, so screw them. They lose the rating.
They lose it, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're interested, this conditioner is good enough, and that's the final video. Thanks for watching.
That's essentially
That's
it's
what,
it's a 30-second video at best.
That's what Matt said in the chat. So, if you are interested about the role-playing games that we do, I've put the link in the chat. You can go along to ko-fi.com/inwills when you find all the exploits that we do, and everything about role-playing games that I publish is on there. I will be back tomorrow morning for Minecraft or the Mods 8 at 9 o'clock. I need to restart the server because somebody has crashed it, Matt. So I need to do that before I go to bed. And then tomorrow afternoon, it will be Elder Scrolls Online, part of the Crazy King weekend. So come back and enjoy that. Thanks for hanging out with us this afternoon. Nice long battle. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Well, I enjoyed it lots, and hopefully the players enjoyed it as well. And we will see you all next time when we'll be donning our lycra and capes and playing some more Destined. Okay, so look after yourself, people. I'm not going to do that silly goodbye thing. We're just going to say goodbye. Okay, so get ready.
Bye.
No.
Bye?
That's like knock, knock. Who's that? Interrupting cow. Boo. I love
Goodbye.
I used to do
The cat's waving. Do you see the cat waving?
Right. We are off. See you all later, people. Goodbye. Say goodbye.
Off right now.
Right. And